What up? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Y'all excited for this game as much as I am? Should be fun. Kings Oilers. What else could you be excited about? Has to be one of the biggest rivalries in the NHL, best rivalries in the NHL. Gwendolyn, what's up, Gwendolyn? Dan, what's going on, Dan? How you doing, Dan? Topanga, what's up, Topanga? How you doing? Ranger Head Game says 4-2 Kings win. I love it. I love it. Oh man. Shankmaster always in here. What's up, everyone? Big game tonight. Go Kings, go! Yes, sir. Kings Rule says, "Hi, Russ. Hi, Kings Rule. How's it going? Go Kings, go! Hope Sep. Hope I'm saying your name right, but I agree. GKG. How we feeling? How we feeling about this one? I'm hoping it's a good game. Should have no reason why it shouldn't be, right? I mean, Kings have been playing some of their best hockey of late. Obviously, Victor Arvidsson back certainly helps. I think this is the first time they've had Arvidsson back against the Oilers. No, could be wrong. Maybe he was. No, it is. This is the first game with Arvidsson back against the Oilers. Jacob A. Dewey's balls give us good luck. Yeah, that was a fun photo. Oh man, yeah. Uh, yeah, you got to be careful when you're taking those photos in the locker room. It's a locker room. Guys are going to be changing, so I wonder what Dewey thought about that. Yeah, I had my In and Out, a little preparation meal, double double, double double, regular onions, add chilies, add mustard. It's the only way to go. Dan says, I hope Kaliev has a good game. I hope Kaliev has a good game too. Kind of surprised actually to hear him in the lineup. To be honest with you, I kind of thought Hiller would continue to roll with the 11-7 formation because it's kind of been working, right? So, but all in all, I'm always up for a arty party here and there. Jordan says, "Hey, I'm having In and Out too. Look at that, In and Out buddies. It was good. You just know, like whenever that when the bun is right, like the bun is what really makes an In and Out burger. When that bun is like perfect, really nothing better." Gwendolyn says that an arty party would be epic. I know, right? Would be really epic. I need to get like confetti or something. Streamers. That'd be kind of fun. I hope he scores today. That'd be awesome. I wonder how he's kind of been. I haven't really had a chance to talk to Kaliev. Like every time I see him in the locker room, like I want to approach him and like ask him questions, but man, like he's like in and out of there like so quickly. Just turns his back, gets undressed, boom, straight to the shower. I'm not gonna chase him down. So I know there's kind of a lot going on probably with him. He's a young player, kind of going through it right now, but it's good to see him back in the lineup. Hopefully he can get some good minutes here. Get hopefully produce. But yeah, we'll see how he plays. Jaden is in here. I'm guessing Jaden's an Oilers fan because he says "Go Oil, go!" Haha. Shut up, Jaden. Just kidding. JD says hoping to play the same game we played after the All Star break when we won 4-0. Yeah, that was a good one. I mean, it seems like all the games that the Kings have played against the Oilers have all been really close. I mean, you like to see them be obviously win the games, but they've all been back and forth, close games. It's nothing really. It hasn't felt like one team has dominated the other, even though the Kings won 4-0. Even then, so it was like the end of a Kings had just fired their coach, right? Going to come in with a lot of um come in with a lot of energy. Oilers, I think, had already played a couple games. They might have been on the back end of a back to back. So, but this game, I'm kind of curious to see how it goes because you have both teams that are pretty well rested. Neither team played yesterday. Um, Kings are playing some great hockey of late. And Oilers are playing. They're coming off a win in Winnipeg, so it should be a good one. I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited too. Stereophone, what's up, man? Says, "Hey Russ, what's up, buddy?" Joe might be joining us. He said he might. We'll see how that goes. So, be nice to have Joe with us here soon. King's rule says Artie has all the tool size and a wicked shot, so he needs to get his head right. That's right. I think he just need. I'm not going to give up on Artie. I know a lot of people want to say trade him, maybe give like a future pick for it, but I think there's still a player there. Like you said, like he's got the size, he's got that shot. I mean, how can you be like? What else could you ask for? He just needs that, I guess, a little bit better skating. See, Jaden, see, we can all agree on one thing. Yeah, I agree. We all want Vegas to lose. Unfortunately, think that it's going to be that Vegas is going to make the playoffs, so it's kind of looking that way. Um, but man, I mean, if they have to face either Colorado or Dallas, that's going to be one team that's going to be up in contender status. It's going to be out in the first round, right? Johnny Two says this is a big one. 3 exclamation points. I love it. Yeah, it is a big one. Sarah fan, let Vegas have the Oilers the first round. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, Jane, I agree. I think it's just kind of inevitable. Like it has to be Kings Oilers, right? That just feels right. Holden 92 in here. What's up, Russ? What's up, Holden? How you doing, buddy? We got any score predictions in here? What do you guys think? I know what Jaden's thinking. Carson, this might be Artie's last chance, man. I hope he proves Hiller and Blake wrong. I don't want to get too dramatic, but that is kind of funny to think about, right? Like it's like this could be his last game as a king. You never know. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it performs well. I like these scores coming in. Johnny Two says 5-2 Kings. We got 4-3 Kings at Holden. Former Titan says 4-3 overtime win. He doesn't say who wins, but hey, I'll take an overtime game. When I do this, I just want the game to be exciting, really, and be close because I think I've done it one or two days when it was just like a blowout, and it was like, man, like I'm just gonna hop off because this game sucks. But I'm hoping for a close game. I mean, it is a big game for home ice advantage, right? Like Kings are 3 points back of the Oilers. A win tonight, they're only a point back. You never know what could happen. A lot of three. I see 3-2 Kings. I see 3-2 overtime, 3-2 Oilers overtime, and I'd be happy with the point. I see, like I just want to see a good game. Like I want to see the Kings play well, play their game, be in it. I think it's gonna be physical, obviously, with you have to get these teams playing together. So I'm curious to see how this game will go. But let's go. Puck drop. We get the scoreboard going. You guys gotta remind me of the scoreboard because I always forget my handy dandy scoreboard here. Look at this. Boom. Johnny Two says stop Hyman. Let's get it. So Hiller's matching Dano up with Drysidle. Okay. Let's see how I'm guessing Kopitar then probably with McDavid. What's up, Richard? Oh, oh, shoot that, Morsey. Get the wheels going, Juice. Oh, love watching Juice stream up ice. That hair flowing in the wind. I bet we're gonna get like a heavy, like feeling out kind of first few minutes or first period here. Doubt if they open it up. Oh, nice. Of course, Kopitar's back defending. It's so funny, like, dude. And you guys have to excuse me. Allergies are freaking killing me of late. But it's so funny, like how much this, like, oh, what happened? Kane tried to take a run at Doughty. To Vander Kane being a Vander Kane, typical. I hope Doughty's okay. Holy hell, that actually looked really bad. Looks like he's all right. Kane's such a loser. I'm watching the Oilers broadcast and they're like, "Yeah, I like this from Evander Kane. Like, that's a way to start off the game. Yeah, take a penalty to start off the game. That's a great way to start your game. Stupid. I hope Evander Kane does stupid crap like that in the playoffs. If a Kings player did that, I'd be pissed. Make him pay. Ah, broadcast is still talking about how they don't mind a hit like that on Doughty. It's crazy. Ah, oh, good step up there. Smart move by Juice there. Take him right away or don't take the man at all. There you go. Oh, almost Scooby. Man, it's gonna be fun to watch. Like we've seen Byfield in the playoffs, but we haven't seen this Quentin Byfield in the playoffs. So it's gonna be fun to watch that. I mean, now that you get him confidence in his skating ability and his size, he'll probably throw his weight a little bit around. We've seen QB be a little bit feisty here and there now, like now and then, which I love. There were times he was getting tossed around. I mean, we saw him knock over McDavid too in the playoffs last year. So I wonder how much more of aggression we get out of QB to start. Man, that was a terrible power play, by the way. Yeah, John, too. I agree. I mean, it's still wild. He's only 21 years old. It's crazy, huh? Oh, what a bounce. Stupid. Good save, Taubes. Oh, Draisaitl's out against the fourth line. That's not good. Oh, that's a trip. Get him, Blake. Silly Draisaitl. Silly Draisaitl. Silly, silly man. That was definitely a trip on Blake. You definitely slew footed him. I want to see the hack from Draisaitl. I'm watching the Oilers broadcast. Like, no offense, but like Canadian broadcasts are a little bit better than the Bally's broadcasts. And I mean, I don't think that's any secret or surprise. Draisaitl and Lazat's yapping at each other in the penalty box. That's hilarious. Oh, they loaned Morara down to the AHL. Interesting. That's weird. They only have 6 defensemen with the club right now. I wonder if that's like a waivers thing. Try to preserve waivers for him or keep him out of waivers. Let's get a little feisty. Let's get a little feisty. Look at Spenny get involved. Wouldn't be Kings of Oilers if it didn't have a little after the whistle scrums here and there. Oh yeah, that was definitely a slash. That was a good call on the ref. Of course. Oh, got beat to the net there. Oh, Roy. Oh, this is a tough face off. Come on, boys. See the response. Oof. Come on, boys. Settle down. Here we go. Ooh. What are we blowing the whistle for here? Okay. Man, that first 6 minutes was like flew by, didn't it? Ugh. I hate. I don't want to say it's a fluky goal, but I hate just like a broken play kind of goal. Like if the Oilers going to beat us with your speed and how good they are against McDavid, speed kind of came to play there a little bit. Goalie issue. It kind of looked like it. Skinner. I agree, Richard. I love what I'm seeing out of Portillo. If you guys aren't following our buddy Kyle Garcia, he's covering the rain. I mean, there's been some really, really good stuff coming out of the rain about Portillo. Like he looks really good. I mean, especially for a first year pro. Kind of worried about how this transition is going to be from college to, I mean, even the AHL is totally different level. So, I mean, but the numbers he's been putting up, you have to be kind of impressed, right? I mean, and the Kings went from like having no real goalie pipeline to now all of a sudden you have Portillo playing well. You have even Jacob Ingham, who I'm a big fan of, coming back from back surgery, is starting to look really good. So they got some Hampton Slakinski. I think they drafted him in the last draft. He's looked really good. He'll be in college next year, I think, for Northern Michigan. So yeah, goalie pipeline's not too bad. It's there's players there. So we'll see how it looks like. Yeah, it's a decent core, right? Quentin Byfield, Brant Clark, Air Portillo. That's all right. It's a good start. You still have a couple. I mean, PLD. We'll see what happens there. He's 20, only 20, what, 25 years old. Still pretty young there too. So we'll see what happens. Akil Thomas looks really good. Go Doobie. Ah, okay. Dubois, some nice defense against Drysdale. You like seeing that? Didn't do too much, but put a body on him. 'Dude, Evander Kane is just trying to start something with everybody he comes across. Oof. We haven't even got our first Corey Perry taste either. We had to be dealing with Evander Kane. Now we had to deal with Corey Perry. Those guys are gonna be menaces in the playoffs. It's gonna be so annoying. I already know it. Offsides. Get their fill. Oh, 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 boys! The ice cream line's getting it going. 5 shots on goal already. Oh my god, Kaliev, man. Kaliev already making plays. Ooh, I love Blake taking that puck to the net. Go straight to the net. I love it. God, man. How can you not love Blake Lizotte? Uh-oh. How many Oiler fans are gonna say that Lizotte's a dirty player because of that? It's good to see Skinner pop back up though. You don't want anyone to get hurt. I'm actually really surprised that there was no penalty called on that. I mean, on either side. How many times have we seen the Kings get called for a goaltender or I mean, not even just the Kings, like everywhere. Everybody gets called for goaltender interference when you get something like that. I'm glad there was no penalty called like on that play, but I can see why both players or both teams are kind of wondering like what's going on here. Yeah, we don't want any injuries. Oh, Q's got the skating legs. Oh, there it is. 1-3-1. Nice, Doobie. Ah, nice. Take that. Vander King, you're such a weirdo. Such a weirdo. Jordan Spence is gonna have to show something here. If he's gonna be playing against the fourth line of the Oilers, I mean, there's gonna be big bodies on that fourth line. Corey Perry, obviously Kane. Oh, oh, Spence gonna have his work cut out for him. Corey Perry's being Corey Perry. I can already see it. Oh man, I'm gonna hate it so much. Matt Roy eats those hits for lunch. It's a bad pass. Oh, crap. Big save, Talbs. Big save. Dude, Blake Lizotte, out of all people, is the one who's stirring up all the stuff. Like, it's I love it. And it's not even like anything dirty. It's just Blake Lizotte being Blake Lizotte. He's a total pest because the way he skates and he's just constantly on players and forechecks. Like he's got to be one of the more annoying players to play against because he's so like you would think he's just so like small and easy to push around. Not Lizotte, not Blake. Our good old boy Blake here. Rich asks, "What's up, Richie Rich? Russ, if you had your choice, who would you rather see the Kings play?" I think if I think me and majority of Kings fans would like to see Vancouver in the first round, just by the way that the Kings have played against Vancouver. And I don't know if you guys saw the or watched or even listened to our podcast that we released this morning. I talked about like obviously with the Zadorov comments and the 131, like those comments like make it seem like to me that's Zadorov telling the Kings like they don't have a strategy against the Kings 131. They it's just frustrating them because he's saying like they don't play hockey, they're just going to jump and chase. Like no, you should have a strategy against that. What they're running, you should be able to adjust. The Oilers did it. They didn't complain. I'm sure they got frustrated, but they adjusted and it worked for them last year. So props to them. That's what you want to see. I mean, hockey's hockey. There's still there's still ice skates on. There's still pucks on the ice. There's still sticks like being used. Like five guys on each side with a goalie on each side. Like that's what it is. But I mean, when I hear a player like Zadorov saying the comments that he's saying about that 131, that's him telling me that they don't have a strategy against the Kings system. So give me the Canucks in the first round. Johnny, I don't know if the Vancouver is overachieving, but it like certainly seems like they kind of took advantage of a really good start to their season, and they've kind of just rode that wave. Like they played the Oilers at the beginning of the year, like every they haven't played what they finished their season series against the Oilers in like November, and that was when the Oilers were struggling. And they beat them like what? Like they killed them. So it's like when you can like when you beat one of your rivals that early on in the season and you don't have to face them again. Like it's stupid. Like we didn't face the Oilers till February, end of February. Ridiculous. Like they should be able to if you're going to play four divisional games against your divisional opponents, there should at least be two before the All-Star break and two after the All-Star break. It's totally different teams. Totally different teams. I mean, even you have the trade deadline involved too. Like the fact that we're not seeing the Oilers or the even the Golden Knights play the Kings anymore. It's ridiculous. I feel finishing his checks like that. Oh, Kobe. Ah, oof, nice pass by Juice. Kobe's got his legs going tonight. I like it. I mean, he's been at his legs going. Four straight games, multiple points. He looks good again tonight. Wonder if Kobe was dealing with something injury wise earlier on in the year. Mikey, you got to win that. Ah, I think LaFerriere got a hacking penalty, slashing penalty. Ugh. Well, let's see how the Kings penalty kill does against them. Ryan, I saw your question earlier. Thoughts on Russ? Thoughts on Copley returning from injury during playoffs next season? I don't think he'll be back during the playoffs. Next season is an interesting question. Kings don't have a goalie signed for next year, or a goalie with NHL experience signed for next year. Next year, so Copley's healthy, still relatively young. I think he's 32. He'll be 32, 31 next year. Could you bring him in on a cheaper deal? See how well goalies will be able to perform in the Kings system. I don't want to go too heavy in the goaltending market. So if you can find like, I mean, I'd be even fine bringing back even Riddick and or Talbot next year. Talbot's getting up there in age, so we'll see what happens there. But I mean, even Riddick has looked pretty good in this time, so no complaints there. Both of them have looked really good. Kings Kings goaltending has been great. Richie Rich says, Russ, this is an important question. What's your go-to in and out order? Richie Rich, I said this earlier. I'll say it again. My go-to in and out order, number one, so double double, regular onions. You add chili peppers. You add mustard, no tomatoes, regular fry. I'm good to go. I used to do animal style fries. A little too much for me. I love them, but I just like the regular fries. Maybe put a little. Sometimes you put a little bit in and out sauce on it. But yeah, it's kind of what I go for. Yeah, Jacob, I agree. We just need a stopgap for Portillo. I mean, like even like I wouldn't be surprised if we see Portillo get a game or get a couple games next year. I don't want him starting, but if there's like spot starts here and there next year, why not? But like the thing with goalies is you want their confidence to just stay like high as long as you can keep the confidence that high. So you never want to bring up a goalie too early because you bring him back. Then if he doesn't perform well, you have to send it back down. Then all of a sudden their confidence is shot, and who knows how they could start performing then when they go back down to AHL because we're kind of seeing that a little bit with Brant Clark. Clark had obviously was time with the Kings earlier this year. Had to go back down. He's kind of underperformed a little bit that time. Oh crap! Broken stick. Gavrikov playing with the no stick. Not good. You're right. Nice. Phew. It's huge. Look at Blake. Look at Lazat standing up McDavid at the red line. Dude, Lazat's looked really good the last couple games. His first couple games back from injury looked like he was kind of getting his legs back, but he's looked solid. Another block shot. Like this is Blake Lazat's period. I love how the bench is involved. Everybody was stood up, tapping the sticks on the boards for Lazat's block shot. Boys are engaged. Love it. Here you go, Juice. Ah, do not let Hyman get close to the net. Carson. Carson says, as someone who's watched Portillo, yeah, and Carson does a lot of work for Hockey Roti. Another great follow on X. Covers does great covering the rain. As someone who's watched Portillo, he's good, but I think another season under his belt would be huge. I think his rebounding control still needs work. He's still very aggressive in that. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Spot on. Goalies are take time. Good kill, boys. Good kill so far. 18 seconds left. It's gotten to the point where, like, the first few years, go Victor. Oh, oh crap. There you go, Dubois. That's probably the fastest Dubois has gone all season. Man, playoff series against this team. I mean, both these teams are going to be insane. Man, it sucks we didn't have Dowdy in the first year against this team in the playoffs, right? I mean, the year we went to 7 games. I wonder how that series would have gone. Still a great series, obviously. 7 games, but every game was close. Kempe's finding space. Ah, that's got to get out. Oh, I thought that was a goal. Yikes. Look at her. Victor just batting that play out for that puck out. Skates it. Skate, skate, skate. Oh, it's froze. I love the game. Blake Lazat's having an outstanding period. 2 having a good period too. Lay the body, Matt. Lay the body, Matty. That was a fun period. was a fun period. Really even. I mean, that's too bad with the McDavid goal, but that was I have to say that was a really even period. I guess the thing is, like I said this at the beginning, like right when this started, like I just want to see the Kings play well. Like playoffs are like a given, right? Even home ice, like it would be great to see them have home ice, but it is what it is at this point. Like I'm not going to say like having not having home ice is like they're not going to win. They're going to be up against it, whoever they play. But I mean, just get into the playoffs, just continue to play a solid game. No complaints that period. Would like to see. Well, then I agree. I'd like to see a little bit more scoring chances here and there, but all in all, not bad. What was the? Let's look at some of the numbers. We got 50 people in here. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys all joining me on this fine Thursday evening. Man, spring is here. We got a late sunset. I'm loving the California weather right now. Man, shot attempts. Jane, you're not going to make a lot of friends in this chat if you keep it up. Let's keep it going. I appreciate you having fun with us. No hatred in here. Look at shot attempts. 14-5. This was 145 if it updates. Hmm. If you guys aren't familiar with this, so this is pretty much CF and CA is shot attempts for and shot attempts against. For those who aren't familiar, so the Oilers this is 5-on-5. So this doesn't count for the power play that the Oilers had or whatnot. So this is a lot of the stats that like I look at this pretty much. This is what I'm doing like in between periods. I went go straight to this, check out what the numbers look like. Kind of could like you want to like when you watch the game, right? Like I'm watching the game. I'm not looking at the numbers. I like want to see like how from the eye test, right? You want to see what you're doing. This is and I go to this just to kind of confirm what I'm watching is fact. And like even here, this is kind of surprising. Like you wouldn't expect like the Kings to have this many more shot attempts than the Oilers. Like, look at 5-on-5 shots. The Kings are doubling them 6-3. Kings only allow 3 shots against. So it's a shots for. Shot attempts are so like Corsi for, which is shot attempts for, or all shot attempts that don't hit the net. So pretty much anytime you try to throw the puck on net, that's a shot attempt. Shots for, shots that hit the net, or a goalie makes a save. So if you kind of look at this, like the Kings are doubling them up. And I know it says 145 left in the first period trying to see if it'll update. But even then, like 6-3 in shot attempts. So you're seeing the Kings like, and they have the Kings with 8 scoring chances. So it's funny. Like I saw, you guys. I don't know who mentioned it, but Holden says need to be a little bit better offensively. Period. Like which is true. Like it totally makes sense, right? Like you want to see the Kings be a little bit more like offensive because it didn't seem like they were generating a ton of chances. But if you kind of look at this, I mean, this is saying, oh, like there's like so this is scoring chances right here. This scoring chances for, scoring chances against. This one is high danger chances, shot attempts for, high danger shot attempts against, and you could see 2-1. So it's this top one's the Oilers, so 2-2 for the Oilers and only 1 for the Kings. And here's you got the expected goal share, um, which is really even, like low 0.25 is nothing, 0.32 is nothing. So Kings are kind of holding that way, but even then, it's really low. Seems like it would be low event, but a lot of physicality, tight checking, defensive struggle. That's kind of what the Kings want to do, right? They want to play this style of game. So it's like it's like I thought it was a pretty good period to be honest with you. Mikey dude, what's up, Mikey dude? What's oh Kings rule says cool stats. Thanks, Russ. Yeah, of course, buddy. If you kind of go down here, if you guys aren't familiar with naturalstattrick.com, great website. It's free. Um, kind of shows you. So this will show you where the shots are coming from on the king side. Like you get not a lot going on. You want the shots to come around right here, and this is kind of how the Oilers. I mean, this is where McDavid scored from. Although this is 5-on-5, or even strength. So here you can see. I've changed it to even strength, so it'll bring up the 4v4 action. That's where McDavid scored. You see right there on the ice, right in front. So you see where the Oilers are really generating them, and that's where you want to generate your offense from, is right there in front of the net. So the Kings need to get that puck, and this I'm sure this is the Lizotte play where you just kind of try to stuff it in. So you like that's why you get so excited when you watch a play like Blake Lizotte doing that, because you want to see more players take the puck to the net. You want to see them doing that. And that creates those scoring chances, those opportunities, rebounds, like get the goalies out of position, like muck it up a little bit in front. And so the Kings, like, they're just okay with kind of keeping things on the outside over here. Oilers are taking everything to the net. So that's where you kind of have that 1-0. Even though it's a really even period, you have the Oilers coming out with the lead. What's up, Zach? You had to mute me during. I'm a little ahead of you. Sorry, bud. Maybe I can pause my stream. I've had a couple people tell me I'm a little ahead of them. Maybe I'll pause my stream for a couple seconds. Fun period though. You like seeing back and forth, obviously. I think did Kaliev have like one shift? He had like that one shift, right? I know there was 4-on-4 penalty that'll kind of negate a little bit of momentum back and forth, so that'll hurt him. But even then, I'm gonna try to bring up the stats, and I wouldn't be surprised if he had like under a minute played in that first period. Where we at? Keep center. Uh, Box score. Here we go. Some people are saying I'm behind. Some people are saying I'm ahead. So maybe I'm okay. The streams are all over the place, right? 62 people in here. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys jumping in here with me. If you guys haven't already, I'm sure most of you have. Love if you like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love it. Um, we love meeting you guys, bringing new fans. This will help us out quite a bit. Looking at the time on ice, 6 minutes Kempe, 6 minutes Kopitar makes sense. On the kill power play. Yeah, Arthur Callie, 53 seconds. Not a surprise. Oh, it's kind of small. See if I can make it bigger. There we go. 53 seconds. Callie, probably one shift. No surprise there. Like I said, though, it was a lot of special teams in that first period. How's my fantasy team doing? I don't play fantasy hockey. I did it one year. I just couldn't like root against like Kings, and there's like so much going on. It just feels like I love the premise, but like to I just couldn't like pay attention to the entire season of fantasy hockey, even though like I watch hockey nonstop all the time. But that's a lot. If I ever find like a competitive group, like I don't know, like a lot of my close buddies, like they're all more football fans. So we do obviously have a fantasy football league, but never really got into fantasy hockey. Someone asked me what the face-off stats were. Right here, 60, 40%. Nothing too crazy. Hits 15 to 15. Yeah, really even period, I thought. McDavid just made a really nice play. And well, the Kings there, Matt Roy just couldn't really catch him. Shots on goal, 8-8. Down 1-0. Not complaining. Good period. Holden says he has Kopi, Kempe, and Fiala on my fantasy team. Smart man. Smart man. Those are all they're all producing. Oh, you get points for block shots. Yeah, definitely. Matt Roy is the guy to have. I remember you get points for penalty minutes. I don't know if that's still a thing, but gotta have your PIMS guys. Yeah, Dan, why play Cali if they're just only gonna play for 3 seconds? I mean, special teams. That's like kind of my only thing. I thought his shift actually looked pretty good. I felt like he was really good on his only shift of the game. Made a nice play, kept the puck in the zone, didn't have to defend. If hopefully you can get a little bit more 5-on-5 play here, so you could see him get a little bit more ice time, get a little bit more acclimated. That was good first period for Cali, even though it's just 53 seconds. 1-3-1, baby. Yes, sir. Oh man, I hate the 1-3-1, but now I love it. See, I mean, Dowdy. I don't know if you guys watched Dowdy's comments. I think the LA Kings have it on YouTube. Maybe I can play it. Yeah, it's too much. But he like talked about how like when they first brought over the 1-3-1, started implementing it into the system, he was not really that okay with it. He said he kind of hated the idea, but he kind of it grew on him once he realized how much it was frustrating the opponents. So I mean, if we know Drew, he loves frustrating his opponents as much as any other player on the ice. So if yeah, if if it's frustrating, it's doing its job. Zach, yeah, I think everybody saw something else from Dowdy. The best comment I saw was like someone said, "I didn't expect to wake up this morning and see Drew's Dowdies." Oh god, gotta watch those camera angles. Did our boy Drew a little dirty there? Yeah, Corporal Green. Oh, yeah, I think I might get in trouble. I'm gonna shy away from showing that. Oh, good. I have no idea, Holden. I don't know why they posted the picture. Some people just don't realize where they're at. Let's score the other games going on across the league. I was watching the Golden Knights game earlier. Let's take a look. What we got here? Wow, Islanders beat the Panthers. That's a good point. Canadians beat the Flyers. No one cares about you guys. No one cares about you guys. Maple Leafs beat the Capitals. The Red Wings are just getting destroyed by the Hurricane Man. The Hurricanes. Good luck playing the Hurricanes in the first round of the playoffs. Good luck. Sharks Wild. Leafs Flames 3-3, second intermission. It's like a good game going on there. Golden Knights Jets 1-1. It's so weird how the Kings get so much flack for the defensive kind of style of 1-3-1 that they play. Dude, both of these teams play that exact same style. Like the Jets, like they hardly play high scoring hockey, even hockey. Like they're going to rely on their defense just as much as the Kings do. And yeah, it's great when you have a player like or you have a goalie like Connor Hellebuck. But even if you have Bruce Waugh in that, he's looked just as good. So they're, it's just funny that it just seems that it's the Kings that everybody likes to pick on when the Golden Knights are doing the same exact thing. Hey CJ, he says I'm glad the Kings started giving you guys microphones for your media availability with the killer. They didn't actually. They didn't really give us microphones. We just kind of have to speak up a little bit. It would be nice though, so you guys kind of hear what we're asking, right? And otherwise, you're kind of trying to guess what questions he's answering. I like Hiller's press conferences though. He's very transparent. Like every question you ask him, he'll give you an honest answer. And then what's good about him is that if he can't answer, if he feels like he shouldn't answer, then he'll tell you. Say, I'm not going to answer that, which is good. Okay. Like I mean, it hasn't got to the point where it feels like we've got a question where like it feels like he needs to be answering it, but like I appreciate like the transparency. Be like, okay, if you're not going to answer, just tell me. Just don't give me that like beat around the bush, like, general, like, typical cliche answer, like, most of the answers he's been given are really, like, really solid, so I'm I like Hiller. I'd like for him to stick around, but the only thing is like, if the Kings don't perform well in the playoffs, then I would expect I mean, we'll see, but I would expect there to be some kinda changes going on, um, in terms of the club, maybe with management, and I would think that Hiller's maybe partnered up with it. I mean, if there's gonna be a new GM coming in, I wouldn't expect the brand new GM to come in and just hire Hiller. I mean, you never know, but it'd be very surprising. I would expect that GM to wanna pick his guy. So, we'll see. And you're not the only one that thinks that. They have the skilled players to do it. They just think that the 1-3-1's gonna help them. Their defensive core is maybe a little bit lacking the skill, obviously, until a player like Brant Clark comes around, but, I mean, there's definitely skill on the team and pace on the team enough to be able to forecheck and be good, better up ice. I mean, you have Kevin Fiala, Trevor Moore, Adrian Kemp, and Quinton Byfield. Like, Quinton Byfield's like he's gonna turn into one of the better forecheckers across the league just based off his reach alone. 6'5" guy can skate like that, like, you're gonna get in on a guy with a puck, like, right away. So, like, why not use that to your ability or your advantage, right? It but they've won they've run the 1-3-1 for a few years now. Seems like going back to even Daryl Sutter time. We'll see. I think if they do come up with a new management or do go with new management next year, I hope they go different style, different structure too. Yeah, QB's tall as hell. Oh, there's another SpaceX launch tonight? I missed the last one. I'll have to go outside and check it out. So crazy, man. Some nutty stuff. I was driving home from Arizona one night. If you guys have ever done the drive from Arizona to California, it's just literally like the 10 freeway straight shot, and it's like obviously desert everywhere. And driving home, and I just see this like totally clear night sky, right? And you're in the desert, so you got no don't have to worry about smog or anything like that. So I just see this rocket like shot up out of the sky and like see it going across. And I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, is this North Korea? Like, what's going on here? I was freaking out. I'm like, what the hell? Like I was driving at the time, so I had to pull up my phone, and then yeah, so it was the SpaceX. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. That was it's really cool to see. Like that was actually really cool because I was driving, like I said, I was driving in the desert, so I got to see the whole thing, like the entire way. Like it was awesome, really cool to see. Yeah, we do. We've done a couple. I've done a couple trips to Joshua Tree. I mean, the stargazing out there is outstanding. Yeah, Richard. Yeah, you get it. Stop by Joshua Tree for a while. Yeah, exactly. We're on the same wavelength. King Drew, that I mean, you're preaching the choir, man. You're preaching the choir. Love the 1-3-1 because it works, but I hate watching it. Hasn't worked the last couple years, but we'll see. Regular season, it's working. It's getting in there. Second period. Let's go. Gotta get my sport in here. Oh, gotta get Kev involved in this game. I feel like Kev's been kind of quiet. Not a lot of space for him. 2-2-2. Ah, A better shot on that Morsey. End of a shift. Damn. Yeah, MG 88. I saw that. It's weird too because I mean, there's still 2 more games on the road trip. You only have 6 defensemen on the trip, so you never really want to carry 6 defensemen. I wouldn't be surprised if this is more has to do with waivers, kind of preserving his waiver. Or does waiver still pertains after the deadline? I could be wrong. Pretty sure it does, but um, I wonder if it has to do with the waiver situation. I'm not expecting them to call up Clark or anything like that. I think this is probably a formality more than anything. Could be trying to preserve some salary cap too, because go. They want. Come on, Kopi. I think if they want to try to, maybe it might have to do with something about activating Carl. Carl Grunstrom's got a $1.3 million cap hit, so it's not small. Oh, he was there. It was a good shift. Rich, I don't think we see Clark again this year. To be honest with you, I think, like, to be honest with you, when they first brought him up, I was excited. Like it was like, and especially at the time that they brought him up, like things were, it was their January slump. There was a lot of things going wrong. Just, I was hoping to like bring him up, put him into the game. Maybe you get Spence and Clark if you're trying to generate some offense. But they just like swapped him game in and game out. It never really made a lot of sense. And then they just ended, once they sent Clark back down. I'm like, all right, don't bring him back up. Because at the beginning of the year, I was fine with him just staying in the AHL all year. Like there's felt like there was no reason to bring him up. When you have a player like that who's going to be a little bit more offensively minded, especially when you have a team like the Kings who are going to preach defensive structure as much as they do. Like you don't want a player who's just going to kind of go all cavalier. And I remember like asking Hiller that question, like about like him possibly being a rover, and he said, "No, we want him up here to defend. Like he's defenseman first." So when I heard that, I was like, "Okay, like there's no reason then to keep him up here because he's not going to be a solid. Like you're not going to bring him up here to play solid defense, right? You're going to bring him up here to be creative, be Brant Clark, and give him the opportunity and the um the space and the chance to do so." And didn't really seem like it did. So keep him down the AHL. See him next year. Game's going exactly kind of how I thought it would go. Just tight checking, not giving up too much. This game's probably going to go to overtime. Larry, Artie's back. Dude, Kaliev again. Making plays. I like it. Throwing pucks to the net. Crashing. You have Trevor Lewis and Blake Lazar. Obviously not afraid to go there. I love Kaliev throwing that puck to the net there. I love it. Oh, oh, good start to the period. Good start. Damn, that almost bounced off more and in. It's going to end up being a fluky goal like that. Shot 7-0 this period. Another face-off one. Ooh, I was there. Kev! Oh, love it. Parking themselves right in front of the net. Cano's part living there, Lazat's living there, see Byfield there. Definitely kind of a strategy the Kings are implementing right now is just go to the net. Throw it on, go to the net. Simplify. It's exactly what you wanna do. Yeah, we need one here. Kopitar goes out, so they send out McDavid. Ooh, Kings need one. Go, Drew. Ah, nuts. Good start. I don't think the I don't think they have a shot on goal, the Oilers do. I I don't know if I think the Kings have set up in the 1-3-1, like, once this game. Caught that, MG88? I'm glad someone caught that. Keep it up. That's right, Johnny. Keep up the pace. It'll come. Kinda you have to like what they're how they're playing, not giving up, involved in the play. Good face-off win. Get it deep. That's what I wanna see. Yeah, Richard, I was kinda hoping they'd go out and get a player like that this year, but I mean, at the trade deadline, they seem content with Trevor Lewis. I'm curious, like, Trevor Lewis, we'll see if he resigns. I'd be surprised if that happened, but, um, I'd like to see him get a little bit bigger in the 4th line. Oh, This is really the first time I've seen, maybe the second time I've seen them jump into that 1-3-1. Oh, nice play, Kev. Look at Kev. Oh, he's feeling it. Oh, I like the idea. Oh, pucks everywhere. All right, boys, get it out. Thank you. I'll take the icing. That's fine. It's funny because I know they're finishing a lot of their checks on Doughty, but Doughty probably he loves that stuff. I feel like Doughty loves retrieving pucks probably more than any player in the NHL. Like he probably loves doing that more than he loves scoring. See, if he sees someone barreling down on him, he's like, "Okay, I'll make you miss." He's been doing that his whole career, especially in the 1-3-1, right? That's like his job. Go back and retrieve pucks, get crunched. No player better in the NHL does that. Slows the game down. If there's like a point guard in the NHL, it's Doughty. Just controls play, slows the game down when necessary. Oh crap! Oh, broken stick, broken stick. Go, go, go. Two, 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 two. Ah, take your time. Take your time. Ah, Byfield was at the end of his shift. Man, Kings are on the forecheck. They're not settling into that 1-3-1 at all. That was a good shot by Juice. I don't mind it. I mean, just a good save. You know, a player like Juice streaming down the wing, I'd rather him take that shot than pass it. Or I think that shot went up Danault's helmet. Victor, he never changed. It was close. Holden, you're so right. Like I remember, like how many times did we see Kempe like screaming down the wing and just pick corners last year? Like it seemed like it happened every time. Like it was like a given. Just they're not going in this year, which is totally fine. I mean, he's got the assists. What's his shooting percentage? I think his shooting percentage is pretty low. Eli asked, "Do you do these streams often?" Every now and then, depends on the game. How I'm if I got the open schedule, I like doing these. Having a lot of fun with these this year. Nice to talk and hang out with some Kings fans during games. Build a community in here. It's always fun watching sports in general with other people. What's Kempe's shooting percentage this year? Yeah, here you go. Um, Jaden, I'm gonna hurt you. Um, who has it was Holden. Holden, you asked me that question about uh Kempe's shots. Here, look at this. I'll show you. See if I can zoom this in so you can see. So this column right here is shooting percentage. 10% this year, 16% last year. So you're right. Like that's it right there. Those shots that he's taking like that we just saw right there, they're not going in this year, which is fine. He's still getting the opportunities. Um, 14% the year before that where he had 30 goals. Not really generating as many chances this year. So this is well, actually that might be total. So he's still getting his chances, just that yeah, those shots aren't going in. Yeah, he had like a ton of goals from the circle last year, especially in the power play, right? So funny, right? Like both like you think like Todd McClellan and Jay Woodcroft going up against each other is like totally new coaches. Obviously, Hiller was around, but oh, do that more, England, please. Go Q. Look at that forecheck right there. Ah, look God Dowdy make that pass. It's because Dowdy didn't make that first pass. Gotta get Talbot his stick. Go, Trevor. I like it. Like it. Good game. Good game so far. Both teams back and forth. It's close. I totally agree. This is it right here. Like this, the big difference from last 2 years. Oilers are definitely getting better. So I'm not going to say that they haven't gotten better. They've gotten better, but I mean, this is a different Quentin Byfield that the Kings have now this year, this go around. Confident, skating like the wind, using his body, playing physical, not going to back down. He's got the experience now in the playoffs, so he knows what to expect. He's probably going to be my X factor kind of going into the playoffs, and we'll probably talk about that. But if you're looking at X factors for the Kings, maybe Cam Talbot could be one, obviously, because we don't know how he's going to fare in the playoffs. But yeah, Quentin Byfield, we're going to see. Yeah, Dave, you get it. Byfield and stronger options in net. See how I think Corpusalo like wasn't bad last year. The first couple of games in the playoffs last year against the Oilers, like Corpusalo looked great. Um, so like no complaints there. He kind of fell off a little bit towards the end, but see, we don't know how Talbot's going to be. Holden says Dubois needs to be the X factor. That's a good one too. It's a good choice. That's why he's brought in, right? brought in to beat a team like the Oilers. Johnny says plus responsible Fiala. Yep. Got the two-way player in Kevin Fiala now. That's been nice. Haven't I mean, I can't remember. Knock on wood. Gonna knock on wood here, but I can't remember last time Fiala made like a big kind of Kevin Fiala type of mistake. Uh, Cheater Peanut says score predictions. This is gonna be a close one. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be surprised this game ends in 1-0. Could be 2-1 overtime. It's gonna be a one goal, 2 goal game. Fiala for Selke. Right, Dave. Lay off the marijuana. I like it though. Ah, 1-3-1. Here we go. Wait, this second time I've seen them get into it. See, this is the thing with the Oilers though. They know how to break it. You get look at 71. Who's that? McLeod. You get 71 in there fast on the puck. Now they got position. That's got to be something Hiller's got to add. Like, are you see? Like, are you worried? He's got to be concerned if the Oilers now you've played against him a couple of times, and we talked about this 1-3-1. He's got to be concerned if they maybe are familiar with it enough to the point where they know how to adjust to that game. Because I've seen it. Like you saw it last year. We saw Woodcroft adjust to it, and it works for them. Look, this is what they do. Look, they wait. Look at their wingers. Look at the wingers go on the outside. Generate that speed. Dump the puck in. Didn't really work that well for them. They probably want that puck deeper. That's exactly though. That's exactly their strategy. They're not gonna hold on to that puck. Wait for McDavid to generate that McDavid speed. Get the puck deep. You have McDavid crashing in on that defenseman. Whoa! Oh, I got the fourth line out there against McDavid. That's not good. Oh, good play. Who was that? Someone just saved the goal. Got Mikey. Skate Trevor. Or is that Q? Good job, Q. As soon as it's on skating, I was like, wait, that's not Trevor. It's definitely not Trevor Lewis. Yeah, that was a good ship. That was McDavid getting in, getting possession against the fourth line. That's at that point you just prevent a goal. Ah, yeah, that wasn't icing. Kind of crazy. Oh, we got Kaliev out there with Kopitar. Byfield just had a long shift with the fourth line, so this is probably this is Hiller realizing and making an adjustment on the fly. You go, Kaliev. Get it deep. Good job, Trev. Good job, Trevor. Guess I should post Trevor more. This is turning into a chess match. Oh, Corey Perry. Oh, it's Kane. Kane and Perry out with McDavid. That's annoying. Two guys willing to go to the front of the net with McDavid. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, get your guy. Get a guy. Get a guy. Match up. Good block, Matty. Kings need to change. This is not good. It's going to result in a penalty or a goal. Good job, Dubois. Got to get it deep. Nice. Whew. Scary. David's kind of cooking out there right now. You go Q. Oh, oh, oh my God. Off. All the way. All the way. Damn. If the Kings can defend McDavid and attack those bottom six of the Oilers, that's exactly what we saw happen. You saw McDavid get his chance. Just okay, defend. Just stay back, keep the puck out. Then you wait for your opportunity. Send Kopitar, Kempe, Byfield out there. Boom, scoring chance right away. That's the way that the Kings are going to have to attack the Oilers. It was close. Yeah, 1-0 out of this period would still be a win. I'm telling you, it's going to be a close game all the way to the end. You can tell by the way it's kind of going. It's good though. It's not great in terms of entertainment value, but it's how the Kings want to win games, and they're sticking in it, so no complaints. Eric, I know, right? It seems like it's been. Oh, I'm not surprised it's still a close game. Vegas took the lead. Damn it. I don't know if I should be happy about that or mad about that. Vegas is gonna make the playoffs. What is the standings right now? The Kings are 1 point ahead of Vegas or 2 points? 1 point ahead of Vegas. Kings have a game at hand, though, so they'll have a game at hand even if so if the Kings lose today, Vegas wins. Kings hold the tiebreaker, but if Kings win today or lose today and Vegas wins, the Vegas will be in the 3rd seed. Kings will be the 2nd wild card, but, um, game at hand for the Kings. Yeah, Trevor's been kinda more he needs to get that red line needs to be got. Oh my god, what a fluky goal. Of course. I knew that, like, that's gonna be the type of goals that are gonna go in this game. It bounced off his chest. Oh my god. Fucking this game is ridiculous. This is how the playoffs are gonna be if we play each other, by the way. It's gonna these games. This is how goals are gonna be scored. There's gonna be no odd man rushes. It's gonna be let's throw the pucks to the front of the net and hopefully we get a bounce. Exactly how both teams are playing. It's how both goals have gone in for the Oilers. Wasn't it icing? That was weird. This game's weird. Well, maybe guys, we won't see too much of the 1-3-1 in the 3rd period, hopefully. Should I put the Vegas game on? Should I watch that game right now? What's the score? That game's still on, right? Oh, Richie Rich, I saw you ask this question earlier. I wanted to get to it. You asked me. Oh, sorry. You asked me about away arenas that I've been to. Here we go. Russ, have you been to many away games for the Kings? If so, what is your favorite away venue? I haven't been to any, but a lot of away Dodger games. I haven't been to too many away arenas to be honest with you. Um, Anaheim, Arizona, San Jose. Where else have I been? I haven't been to Vegas yet. I've heard good things about that arena. Always fun, obviously, watching the Kings play. The Ducks. I did. I have been to Mullet. I did go to Mullet Arena. That was an experience. That was pretty fun. Um, I used to go to jobbing.com. I lived in Arizona for a couple years, and we used to go to jobbing. Me and my buddy, we used to go to jobbing.com arena to watch Coyotes games like all the time. It's because we were big hockey fans, and the Coyotes weren't really that good. So you could go there and like get scalper tickets for like we used to get glass seats for like $20 each. That's how easy it was. So we just buy like we had a scalper that would hook us up. We'd like text him or whatever, be like, "Hey, you got anything for us or anything available last minute?" And we'd show up like halfway through the first period and just like literally sit on the glass for like $20. It was great. Those are good times. If you liked watching hockey, that was I was at that game. I was at the game Rick Nash scored that one goal against the Coyotes. That one like ridiculous goal. I was at that game. It was by far one of the craziest things I've ever seen on a in a hockey game in terms of a goal. But yeah, I want to get it. I want to get out there. I want to get to. Shit, I should turn on Dallas and Vancouver. I could put that on. Put that on. What's up, Zach? You're back. What do we think about that period? Kind of even, right? Fluky goal. Yeah, classic Kongs moment. You're right. Nothing much you can do. Just lucky bounce. I mean, both teams. You saw it. That was pretty much the Arthur. That was the Arthur Kaliev play that we saw earlier in the period. Just throw the puck in the net, hope for a bounce. Trevor Lewis didn't get it past Skinner. Adam Henry got it past Talbot off his chest and in. Nothing you're going to be too upset about. If the Kings were like desperate for points, I'd be really upset. But like that's the thing. Even like the Vancouver game when they won, like I was like obviously excited and happy, but even then you were just like, okay, like bring on the playoffs. Though a win here would obviously be great because like home ice advantage would be cool to have, but it's not the end of the world. Let's see. CJ, I think you were asking me that. My family lives in the Chandler area. Oh, your daughter started NAU, Flagstaff. Nice. My cousin played football at NAU. I used to drive up there all the time. He's in the NFL now. Plays for the Lions. Khalil Dorsey. He was a stud at NAU. It was so fun. I used to love watching, driving up there and watching them play in that dome. It was a cool building to watch football. Yeah, he was those and that NAU football team was fun to watch. I used to love driving up there. Flagstaff is a beautiful area. I'm actually going to Sedona here in a couple weeks, so that should be fun. Perfect weather before it starts getting too hot. Yeah, after today, it looks like the Kings could be the second wild card, which would be interesting. What would that mean? Kings have such an easy schedule, like such an easy schedule to go from to the rest of the year. Okay, Jaden, I see you. Random statement: huge Oilers fan, but a huge Chargers fan. So am I. Something we can agree on. I love it. What do you think about Harbaugh? I'm pretty excited. Okay, let's look at this. So let's say, oh crap, why did I do that? What am I doing? You guys told me, yeah, I saw the J.K. Dobbins visit today. That's interesting. I would expect him to draft a running back, but obviously they're familiar with Greg Roman. Um, but back to the standings here. You guys said the Avalanche are losing right now, or they're tied. They're playing the Rangers, right? Yeah, Dave. I see. Like Arizona's such a weird team. Like they could be so good, and then they look terrible, and then they could be good, and then they look terrible. So if the Kings lose today, Vegas is winning, or they have won. I think you guys said. Um, Kings would drop to the second wild card, and they would play Dallas in the first round. Right now, still plenty of time to go. Like what, 9, 10 games left. So we'll see what happens. But man, Colorado's up 1-0. Okay. If I had to guess, I would expect Colorado to be the team to win the Central. It just seems like they're too good. Oh, what's up, Dawson? Coming in from Edmonton. How you feeling? It's kind of a strange one, huh? Both kind of fluky goals. Oilers are doing their job. Kings just aren't getting the bounces. I like the start of the second period. Obviously, the end of the second period wasn't great. Came out flying, but I think a couple of you guys mentioned it at the beginning of that period. Is like once you saw that momentum kind of turn for the Kings, you were like, man, you got to have to try to take advantage of this, have to get one. And once they didn't, it was like, ugh, felt like the missed opportunity. So it certainly seems like the Jets are kind of going to fall off from winning the division. So either be Dallas or Colorado. Colorado holds the tiebreaker, so that's interesting. Could still be Vancouver. King Drew, that's if like who do I want out of those two? I'd rather face Edmonton. I mean, if I had to choose, it'd be Vancouver. So like you're watching this Vancouver Dallas game, like we want like that game. Like if you guys aren't watching the Kings game, like we want Vancouver to win that game, that Vancouver Dallas game, because you don't want Dallas to win the division, and if you want Vancouver to win the President's Trophy or get the top seed in the West, then we want them to beat Dallas. So go Vancouver, go Canucks. I think they're winning too right now, which is good. Because if the Canucks beat the Stars tonight, then that would mean after today, if scores all hold, right? If the Kings lose today and Vancouver wins, uh, the Kings' first round matchup would be Vancouver, which I think everybody would sign up for that. I'd sign up for that. Just kind of, dude, like, do we really have to face the Oilers again? Not even necessarily because, I don't think they, I don't think there's a chance. Like, I'm not saying that there's not a chance they could beat the Oilers, but like again, like, can we get something else? Sequels are so boring. Yeah, Oilers would also have. What are you saying? Oh, you think they can catch Vancouver? Eh, 2 games at hand. Even then, they're 8 points behind with 2 games at hand. That's tough. That's a lot, especially when you have a lot of teams that are just like ready for the season to end. Edmonton is a pretty tricky schedule to end too. Yeah, Jacob's on it. Edmonton has a here. I can get rid of this actually. What am I doing? Here we go. Yeah, Oilers have a tricky schedule to end the year. But MG 88, we want Vancouver to win. We want them to win that game. We want Vancouver to win the Pacific. Like, I think the best case scenario as a Kings fan, obviously, like as a player, you never want to pick and choose your opponents. You always just want to be able to have to beat like whoever you're going to have to beat everybody at any point anyway to win the Stanley Cup. So it is what it is. But having said that, best case scenario, Kings second wild card, Oilers play the Golden Knights in the first round, 2-3. Sign me up for that. Kings second wild card, and they play Vancouver in the first round. That sounds pretty good to me, right? I'd sign up for that. I'm sure a lot of you guys would sign up for that. Man, this is such a fluky game. Look, it's such an evenly played game. Like, there's nothing to really be bring up natural stat trick again for you guys. Look at some of these numbers. Zoom in a little bit more. Here we go. Look at that second period. Shot attempts 2018 even. Shots 9-11 pretty even. Oops, went too far. Yeah, shots 9-11 the second period even. Scoring chances 11-11 even again. High danger chances 5-4, 4-5. Kings actually generated a little bit more in terms of expected goals, so they're holding the expected goal share advantage 59%. Let's take that for what it's worth, but all in all, really even played game. Like, you like this. This is good to see. Want to see the Kings go to the net right here. Get a lot of opportunities right here. Oilers are kind of doing the same. So both teams playing pretty well. Tight game. Look at Arthur Kaliev's numbers. Look at this. He's played 2 minutes and 42 seconds. While he's been on the ice, there's been 10 shot attempts for the Kings and only 2 against. Huh. Maybe he needs a little bit more ice time, no? Huh? What do you guys think? I think so. Matt Roy's having a decent game. The Fair is getting hemmed in. This line's getting hemmed in a little bit. It's not like they're not giving up a lot. They're just not really producing too much. It's really the first time I've seen Arvidsson have. This is the first time I've seen Arvidsson not really have be too much of a factor. We'll see how it goes. See how the third period goes. You know, maybe the Kings open up a bit. Kaliev always has good metrics. Look at his metrics the entire season. It makes no sense that he gets scratched every time. I know. I think a lot of his metrics probably are flawed based off of the situations that he gets put in. A lot of offensive zone chances or opportunities in terms of face-offs. A lot of on the fly changes. So that's going to kind of flaw the numbers a little bit. It's what flaws the numbers of players like Trevor Zegras. Why they're ones that always have decent numbers because those are players that are always going to get the offensive zone opportunities. I mean, players like that's why you got like that's why you appreciate a player like Kopitar so much is because he's just going to be out there no matter what, like defensive zone, offensive zone. Crush Taco asked, "Do you think there's a reason we haven't called up Kagimo, especially if we're switching to 12 forwards?" I don't know. I'm not like where are you going to play him? He's going to play fourth line minutes. Is that really where you want to play a player like Sammy Fagemo? Like even then, like if we're looking to call up a player for like fourth line duty, I'd rather call up Akil Thomas. I feel like he can play that role a little bit more, a little bit better. That kind of in your face, just gonna forecheck and get pucks deep and chase it. That's seems like Akil Thomas's game. Which that's a player I'm excited to see next year. I think he definitely deserves a shot next year. Maybe we see him, Alex Turcotte, probably see some younger players on the team next year. It's gonna be a real young team next year too. You add those two in terms of Turcotte and Thomas, and CJ says Akil's been on fire. Yeah, he's been lighting it up. That Spinorama goal he had the other game was insane. But you have Akil and Turcotte. Then you have LaFerriere, who's going to be a second-year player. Quentin Byfield is still going to be 22 years old. Brant Clark, Jordan Spence. A lot of young players on the team next year. Do you feel divisional matchups are give and take? Edmonton has their number, but do you feel Vancouver will be any better despite Kings having their number this season? Yeah, I think they'll be better in the playoffs than what the Kings have seen. But to be honest with you, I just think Edmonton's a better team overall. So, like, even like we're seeing Kings match up better against the Oilers this year, but I just think the Oilers are just a better team. So, I mean, like Connor McDavid's one of the best players, if not the best player in the National Hockey League. McKinnon's giving him a run for his money this year, but man, yeah, he looked awesome in the preseason, right? That preseason game against Vegas with the Hayden Hodgson hit, that was one of the best preseason games I can remember. Like that's a preseason game I'll probably never forget, just based off that hit. You had the entire like full NHL club in Australia at the time. So you had, and you think about it, like I remember at the time, you think about it, that was Vegas's first home game after they had won the cup. They had won the cup, so that's their first game, let alone it's a preseason game. But it's their first game after you won the cup. So you're gonna get fans gonna be in the building excited to see their team like be back on the ice again. But and then you go up against a team that was literally just full of AHLers. It was just all AHLers. And they won that game. That was pretty fun to watch. Didn't mean much, but I'm sure it meant a lot more. So that was cool. All right, Zach, I'll see you. Eli, I see your question. I'll get to it during a commercial break because that's a big topic of conversation, obviously. Oh man, this is such a grinding game. Yeah, Dave, that's that game where Stone got rocked. I watched that replay just the other day. Actually, it was so good. It was such a fun game to watch. And Mikey. Oh, jeez, that was weak. Oh, what's up with Mikey? What happened here? He was getting a power play. Oh, cross check right to the side? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Good to see Mike still on the bench. Ah, ooh, nice save, Talbot. Jesus Christ. This has been a great power play. Nice pass. God, I love those Kevin Phillip cross ice passes. I don't like those cross ice passes. No shots. 2 power plays, no shots. Not not good. Go Blake, make a play. This game needs more Blake Lizotte. Oh, come on. That's so ticky-tacky. That's so ticky-tack. Oh, man. Gotta call it. Anytime a player loses the puck like that, you get hacked. It's always gonna get called. Ugh. Ugh. Oilers take advantage of their opportunities. Kings aren't. Kind of feels like a reverse of the 4-0 win that the Kings had. Bouchard's not going to miss from there. See if the Kings open it up a bit here. Oh, not like that. Come on, England, do something. This is a game where the Oilers are taking advantage of the opportunities. The just Kings just aren't doing anything with theirs. 2 power plays, no shots. That's gross. It's gotta be better. Oh, thanks, Jaden. Yeah, I gotta update the score. I appreciate you reminding me. Only because 'cause you're one of the nicer Oilers fans I've come across. Yeah, you were cooler as a Chargers fan. Tell him, Jacob. At least don't give Skinner a shutout. Come on. That was good defense by Draisaitl. It's gonna be crazy when Draisaitl's a king when his contract's over, huh? Man, passing. You guys have noticed that this passing has been not good. Gallagher hat. No, I did one for the Brent Clark game. Come on. I did one for the Brent Clark game. That was a good one. Some of them I think that was probably the only one that they won this year. They haven't been good though. They haven't been great. Last year we did like 4 of them, and I think they went 3-1. Yeah, last year was great. It seems like they were winning left and right. Matt Roy is not gonna be an Oiler. Jaden, you're crazy now. Stop talking. Stop saying crazy stuff. What's the score of the Vancouver game? Anybody know? You guys tell me. I want Vancouver to win. Yeah, the Clark game was fun. That was a good game. The comeback. It wasn't trending in the right direction. It's kind of trending. The other ones have gone. Still 1-0 Dallas. Okay, it's good. Yeah, but that was perfect. That was a perfect. It was fun because I remember it was like 9 in the morning. Right. Just wake up, have our coffee, and get going. Appreciate you guys. This is you guys giving me the score. That was a fun game to watch. Fun to see that the way that ended and the rest of the day. Have the rest of the day go off, live off that high. That was fun. Hope we get more moments like that from Brian Clark. They're doing a feature on Connor McDavid hitting like those hot smallest guy. Cool. Yeah, Kings aren't able to can't get any passing going. It's a good idea, King Drew. I I had a conversation with the Kings over the summer about hosting some watch parties, and then never really came to fruition. I'd love to like do some with the team. Like they had mentioned about something about maybe having like a sweet game. We can invite some like followers down there, but they changed PR guys, and then I never really heard back after that. But I'd love to do some more stuff with fans. But what I really want to do is have a pickup hockey game after a Kings game. That would be fun on the ice. Cool. So all my fellow hockey royalty followers that play hockey, maybe get like a pickup hockey game going on at crypto.com ice after the game. That'd be awesome. Oh, it's still there. There. Oh, nice move. Oh man, that was one of the better moves I've seen Dubois make all year. I need to see a replay on that shot though. Yeah, it looked like he went right into his chest. Just walks right around DRNA. Maybe he tried to go under the glove. Or Dallas cut it. Kaliev with Dubois. Byfield, interesting. Oh, I thought that was in. 8 that one timer. What are we doing? Oh, it's so weird. I don't think the Kings have been totally outplayed this game. Like it's been such an even played game, I feel like. Power play, like that was just a great power play shot. Kings didn't get anything on their power play. 2 goals that the Oilers got before that were just thrown on pucks thrown on net. Fortunate bounces. Without shooting him. It's not like a terrible performance. Obviously, the offensive chances aren't there. I want to see more, but I don't feel like either team has really dominated for a ton of stretches. I just don't want to shut out. Damn, I thought we'd be able to go undefeated with Arvidsson, right? Oh, Eli asked the question, thoughts on Matt Roy. So I'm guessing that means thoughts on his free agency coming up. I'd be very surprised if he resigns with LA. Very surprised, given they have obviously Brant Clark coming up, Jordan Spence in the lineup. I think Matt Roy's going to be able to collect a bag. I think some team's just going to give him a ton of money. It's not going to be. There's not that many solid right shot defensemen that are playing um, as good as Matt Roy that are going to be available free agency. If he takes a pay cut to stay, then we everybody should go buy a Matt Roy jersey and appreciate him wanting to stay with the Kings because it's going to be tough for them to keep him around. I mean, I know it's a little bit of recency bias, but I know a lot of people want to keep Arvidsson too, and I don't. I mean, unless he signs maybe like a 1 year deal, relatively low. I mean, we're trying to like create space for some of these young guys like Turcotte and Thomas, like having Arvidsson, even though as good as he is and has played, having Arvidsson around would kind of continue to block those younger players. Yeah, Jacob says we have a surplus of right-handed D. Everyone wants one so bad. Exactly. Yes, you're right. Top events defenseman available would be Roy and Walker. I'm curious what the Sean Walker contract will look like. That'll be interesting to see. See if you can get one and pull the goalie. Ooh, what was that? Darnell Nurse being the worst defenseman in the NHL again. God, Darnell Nurse, man, he's terrible. Absolutely horrible. $9 million a year. Insane that he's getting paid that much money. Is an absolute liability. Arthur Kaliev. Oh, oh my god, of fucking course, right? Of course. Oh man, it's so funny. What a pass. Who made that pass? Is that Byfield? All right. We got a game. Nice pass. I mean, even Artie's not gonna miss from there. All right, Artie, you got your goal. Now it's time to go back on the bench. First goal since December 5th. That's wild. Yeah, that was a perfect pass by Byfield. I gotta update the score. No more shutout. Let's go. That was a shot too. 6 minutes left. Still time. Fiala's been kind of quiet in this game. We're gonna need him to step up when playoff time comes around if these two teams play against each other. Don't don't be too surprised, Dalek. Dalek Evan. Dalek underscore Evan. I wouldn't be surprised if Hiller pulls a goalie pretty early here too. Like probably I wouldn't say like give it another minute. Maybe like between 4 or 5 minutes. Get an offensive zone face off. Man, Artie's looks good today too. That's what's so crazy. It's not even really that surprising, right? I guess there's been a couple plays like his back checking has been pretty bad this year. His defensive play has been kind of rough. Oh, nice save. Nice save by Skinner. He's a put on the pressure. I was disappointed in Patrick Roy when the Islanders were losing 3-0. He didn't pull the goalie really at all against the Kings when they were in LA. Wanted to see it. Was waiting at like 8 minutes left. It's like, come on, let's see it. Kaliev was a slave in Kaliev was Todd's slave in shackles. I mean, he's been kind of Hiller's slave too. Kings in the wild card. I mean, if you ask a couple fans, maybe even myself included, the wild card's not the worst place to be, depending on who is the matchup. Because if it's Dallas, then that's a little scary. But if it's Vancouver, like I would rather play Colorado than Dallas. I just think the Stars just the Kings just don't match up well against the Stars. Colorado, I feel like sneakily, even though I think if I had to pick like a team to win the Stanley Cup, I think it'd be Colorado. But like Kings match up pretty well against Colorado. That's weird to say. What's up, Brian? Brian, what's up, buddy? Brian's up and coming announcer. Maybe we'll hear him calling play by play for the Kings here sometime in the future. Great job. Speculation is already a bad sport. Generally, don't get it. I think a lot of it's just his play. I think it's his play more than anything. And it's so crazy. You think about like all the goals that the Oilers have scored this game. Power play goal. And the two goals were just pucks thrown on net, bounces, and then post in front. King's goal, nice pass. Oh, everything was coming. Nice, nice forecheck, nice pass, good setup. I like seeing that. Matt Roy's eating those pucks all day. Yeah, Adam. That's. I mean, getting middle stat definitely helps them. Their defensive structure looks pretty good, but I don't know. I think McKinnon just hates going up against a 1-3-1. I feel like with McKinnon and McCarr, they're always so much like go go go. Like they want to just get the puck and take it through the neutral zone as fast as they can, and that's exactly what the Kings want. They want the players. They want teams to just play into the trap that they have. That's why they call it a neutral zone trap. Because if you want to skate it up ice, we'll have three guys there sitting there waiting for you. And I'm not sure the Avalanche have the patience to do it. They have the skill to beat it. That's the thing. But for a team that hasn't really played against the Kings that much or hasn't faced the Kings in a playoff series, I'm be curious to see how that goes. Yeah, McKinnon is always upset about it. It just frustrates him. He just hates playing against it. Which is so weird to hear Zadorov's comments about it because, like, dude, like, when do you ever carry the puck to the neutral zone? You're pretty much just like Andreas Englund. Like, you're never carrying the puck to the neutral zone. So why are you complaining about the 1-3-1? Kaliev's looked really good today. That's off, yeah. Yeah, Anthony, I agree. Vancouver, frustrate. Obviously, we've seen it already. Have experience and fresh face to beat. Where's Jacob Doty? You know, I'd be curious to see, like, kind of like I like we always see this like toward the end of the year, especially when these teams are like playoffs are pretty much a lock. See teams start to bring up like younger guys or like these like fringe AHL guys. Not to say like Jacob Doty's going to get a game in the NHL, but curious to see who gets a call up, surprising call up or two. There's only two available for the Kings, so we'll see what happens there. All right, 4 minutes left. To see if Hiller pulls a goalie, pulls Talbot here. Ah, it's a bad pinch. Oh, it's Corey Perry's terrible. Yeah, Anthony, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, if there's like going to be like a, I don't want to say consolation call up, but kind of what it is. If there's going to be like a call up, you get like a young player in. I would think maybe Akil would be one of those guys. Oh, goalie? Yep, there it is. 337. Look at Arvidsson going up against Darnay. nice play. What? It's not a high stick. Put the goalie back in for this. Wait till he does. Yeah, there you go. I mean, Kings are at what? Shots are 28-19. I like that. I'm telling you, Oilers are just getting their bounce in this game. Yeah, MGA. I mean, shots are looking good. Chances were there. Just not capitalizing. It's kind of what I was thinking with the Tampa Bay game too. Like even after they gave up the 2-0 lead or the two goal lead, like I wasn't disappointed. Like even going to overtime, I was like, this isn't this isn't the worst thing. Like you just want to see a good performance, and I think we're seeing that tonight. Passing isn't quite there, but it's not like they're backing down or like they're showing effort, right? The effort's there. Looks okay. Oh, that was me. Ooh, oh, Arby. Ah, he knows it too. Damn. Man, Skinner's looking good. Give him that. Good shift by the boys. Weird to say. I think the Kings have played pretty good this game. Is that weird? Just haven't really been able to finish. Good timeout by Hiller. 32 shots in 19. There's been a lot of ton of high danger chances, but I mean, right now they're just getting. Yeah, put Nurse out there. That's a good idea. You have to like Skinner's mustache. It's pretty good. Yes, they're a fan. I mean, it's like they haven't played their best game. Oh, they're Oilers are a good team. They play a pretty solid game, always against the Kings. Neither team I feel like played their best game. Yeah, it's not a bad game at all. Close game. I mean, look at that second goal too. That was just Henrique literally bounced off his chest. Oh, that's gonna go in. Oh, it's all. I'm gonna draw here. Are you kidding me? Cody Cece. Oh, damn. I'm gonna draw. This feels exactly like how the Kings beat the Oilers 4-0. Close game, got the bounces. No shutout though. That would have been hilarious if Cali had scored that. Oh, all right, guys. That was fun. Wasn't the result we wanted? Certainly seems like it's gonna be a third seed or wild card. But I appreciate you guys hopping on here, like always. We'll do a couple more of these before the season ends. Maybe we'll do one in the playoffs. But like I said, like appreciate you guys hopping on here. I'm gonna go ahead and end it for this. Tough one, close game though. But you guys are great. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna call it a night. Have a good one.